My boyfriend refuses to buy me female products, and now I'm upset. I'll make it short and sweet. Me, female, 25, and my boyfriend, 28, been dating for over 3 years. Yesterday we had a conversation through text about him going to the supermarket to get pasta because we were having people over and I was going to cook. Mind you, he gets out of work before me and the supermarket is 3 minutes away from home. Everything was fine until I got my period right after I was about to leave my job and go home. So I texted him to please grab some pads for me, and his answer was, "I'm not doing that." Then I said, "I'm going home. They are on the personal hygiene aisle. I need them." His answer was, "So go get them." And I replied, "Aren't you going to the store?" He said, "Yeah." So I replied, "I'm telling you to please get it for me." And his answer was, "I said I'm not doing that, but you keep asking." And I ended the conversation by saying, "Okay, thanks." Then he said that we shouldn't have people over tonight, which made me more upset. I ended up getting them myself while having pain and a bunch of toilet paper wrapped around my panties to not make a mess. I always say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. If he feels uncomfortable, he could have said, "I'm sorry, but that makes me uncomfortable, so I won't be able to do so," and I could see it with a different perspective. However, he is 28, and I think it's a very immature thing to be embarrassed about. And before you ask, this was my second time asking him. The first time he got it for me, no problem, but we were living at his mom's house, which she used to do everything for him, so at this point, I think she was the one who got it. Please help with an advice. Edit 1. Huge thank you to all for the feedback. I would like to add an anecdote. 2 years and a half, he had a horrible accident while skiing, fractured his right leg and dislocated his left shoulder so he couldn't move at all or shower and even pee or poop. Guess who helped him with all that? Me. I would expect him to do the same for me, but not being able to do this little thing for me might honestly be a deal breaker. Call me dramatic. I don't care. Edit 2. We had a conversation last night, very long one, and I said everything I needed to say, including reading those text messages out loud to him, and he was in any way defensive. He called himself an asshole and recognized that what he said was really F up. Here is a breakdown of his answers. He vapes, and his vape ran out, so he warned me in the morning about nicotine withdrawal. So he said he was dealing with that all day and made him be irritated. He said the supermarket he went was a small Italian supermarket, and they didn't have personal hygiene products. He said his mother never talked to him about this stuff. He had a past relationship, but it was a short one, and he said that he was never asked to get this before. He said, "I didn't know it was an emergency, otherwise I would have get it for you with no hesitation." He also admitted that is not that he is embarrassed, he just feels social anxiety. Then I explained that there's self-checkout. He said that last time I asked him to get me pads, he was at BJ's, and even though it was his first time I sent him pictures of what I needed, he feel anxious. But since I said it was an emergency, he got it anyways. Background for those who ask, he doesn't have sisters. For the first 2 years, including a break of 8 months apart, he was living in his mom's house. Fast forward, I ended up moving there as well, and it was great for like 1 month, lol. But then things changed, and I ended up moving out with a few cousins. He then, a month later, leaves his mom's house and moves in with me and cousins, lol. Everything goes well, but we are looking forward to move out, just the two of us. We finally moved out December 28th, and we have been living together for only a month. So for those telling me to break up, yes, I told him to break up. However, here is my situation now. I do not have a close family here, but I have friends that offered me to stay at their living room. I already gave him the money for the rent. He begged me to please stay and to work things out since we just moved in together and is what the both of us wanted it. I have a full-time job, but really not enough savings to rent by myself again because rent is expensive and they want 3 months in advance. He helps me around the house with cleaning and cooking, so I don't do everything myself. He said that he would not put me in a position where I will be struggling because of his actions. He would rather sleep in the couch than me leaving. He said he would work on himself and we can take a break if I want to because he respects my boundaries, but he asked me to please not leave anywhere. However, he understands that if I leave, I'm not coming back. Thoughts? I'm overwhelmed.
Not the asshole. However, consider how this man will treat you during your period in the future. I get being prepared and stocked up, but emergencies happen. He was literally at the store and decided your health wasn't worth whatever issue he had with his ego and feminine products. And if God forbid you were serious about wanting to settle down with him and have kids, imagine if you had a daughter. He couldn't get pads for her. He needs to grow up. It may seem small, but this is one of those things that it's natural. Is he not doing it because he's embarrassed? Finds it dirty? Both? Both reasons are unacceptable, to be honest. But you want to know.
Such an immature molehill to die on. Like, what is he afraid of? He thinks people will look at him funny for buying pads? Is he so insecure in his masculinity that he's worried people might think he uses pads? Newsflash, nobody gives a shit. Not the people around you, not the cashier. The cashier has scanned millions of products before you. They are not giving a second thought to what you buy.
Someone who's not adult enough to buy something as trivial as pads or tampons isn't adult enough to be in a relationship.
Wait, you wiped his ass when he was injured, and he is too embarrassed to buy you pads at the grocery store? Girl, it's time to dump him.
Yup.
I've said this to my daughter. If you and your partner are not old enough to purchase birth control in a straightforward manner, you're not old enough to have sex. Similar, if your boyfriend is so immature that he won't purchase your sanitary products for you, really? At 28? You should ask yourself if he's going to be man enough for you. My boyfriend, now husband forever, had absolutely no issue with purchases my stuff for me. It never even crossed his mind to care. He was pretty sure anyone who would even bother to notice would assume he was purchasing for his partner. As grown men do, not the asshole.
Thank you for watching.